Hello, my friends. We are back. This piece is 27.5 inches wide by 22 inches tall. It will not be done quickly. And I know that's leaving a lot of openings for people to address how slow I scroll. Anyway, so yeah, this is going to be a long one. As long as I can stay conscious, we'll work on it. Took me a long time just to drill in the pilot holes. But I made sure I did that before I even scheduled the live feed. Hello, Jesse Ramirez over on YouTube. By the way, folks, if you're on Facebook watching, you cannot see the YouTube comments. And if you're on YouTube, you can't see the Facebook comments. So that's why I read them out loud. Hello, Mr. Herniel Media, Steve Nealon. Herniel Media does my website, woodenvisions.com. There are some patterns I'm going to be taking down. I've gotten some taken down, but not all of them. So, because until Chachi deems to kiss my hind end. Anyway, something wanted to fall off the table because that's how we roll. Herb Hooper says, hello, Charles. Hello, Herb. And howdy, howdy, Charles, says Dave Gatton. Howdy, Mr. Gatton. Okay, I actually counted the amount of cutouts while I was drilling the pilot holes on this, so I got to think of a prize for anybody that can guess the exact number. I'm going to write it on the back. This is in the event that I didn't miss any pilot holes. Hello, Mr. Roger Beavers. This way nobody will think it's rigged. I'm writing it on the back of the piece, and I'll turn it around after we have a lot of people guessing. Take a wild guess how many cuts this piece has. Not counting the perimeter. Hello, Josh. Welcome back. Just take a wild guess how many cuts do you think this puppy has. And don't sit here and try to count it because that's cheating. Plus, it would take you a while. And I think I figured out how to turn off the autofocus, so hopefully we won't get any pulsating camera crap. Y'all let me know the video quality. Too many cuts. Yes, I'm punishing myself by doing this, but I originally had it drawn much smaller. And hello, Mr. Tim Carp from North Carolina. Yes, it's quite a few cuts, but you got to have a more specific number than that, Josh. We got 14 people watching. I don't know the prize yet, but guess the person that gets the closest to the amount of cuts, I will figure out some kind of prize. Yep, so there's that. We have 14 people watching. There are 6 on Facebook, 8 on YouTube so far. Okay, Herb Hooper, I need to write these down. Herb says 337. And of course my pen doesn't want to work. Herb, come on now. Herb. And once you make a guess, you cannot change your vote. 337. Hopefully 80 people don't guess, or I'll have to find something else to write on. And David Wood, 225. I don't know what the prize is yet because I just now thought of this. And Josh says 345. And Dave Gatton says 217. Hello, Mr. John Hellstrom. Does anybody else have a guess? I'm gonna keep doing this. It'll be a while. I want to give more people a chance to vote or guess. How many cutouts are on? Okay, Roger. Whoa, good Lord. I got to catch up. Benjamin Luton. And Luton. Benjamin Luton says 250. Roger Beaver says 350. Harnell Media, Steve Nealon says 383. Okay, is everybody done guessing? We have 16 people watching. We're going to guess. I don't know what the prize will be, but we're going to guess how many cutouts this piece has. But I'll figure out some kind of prize. So far, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people guessing. Okay, let me catch up. Hello, Leonard, Rob, and Russ. Russ Meadows, we're doing a wild guess on how many cuts there are. I don't know what the prize is yet, but that's that. Leonard, I really need to get a bigger piece of wood to write this on. 412. Somebody already guessed 412. Russ, just to be fair, you got to pick another one. Oh, Jamie's in here. Sorry, Jamie. Hello, mate.
I'm here.
I'm writing down.
How you
People
doing?
are a whole lot of nut. I'm asking people to guess how many cuts, and the closest one will win something. I just got to figure out what they're going to win.
One big one.
Rob Watts says 222. Rob Watts. I don't have a piece of paper here. I wish you did, Jamie.
I do.
You'd have a lot of catching up to do. Russ
I do
Meadows.
have a piece of paper.
Yeah, Russ Meadows. Somebody already guessed 412, so pick another. Okay, 411. I'm writing these down until you ever get a sheet of paper there, Jamie.
I've got a bit of paper.
411.
But I don't have a pen that works.
Yeah, I can relate. Tevis Monroe.
Oh, no, I have.
Tevis Monroe. I got to think of something worth winning. Tevis Monroe says 518.
You don't know anyone that does scroll saw patterns, do you?
I know this guy, but
Alex Fox.
All right, and that was the last time we ever saw Jamie. It was weird, the irony there. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I got everybody. I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people guessed. So let me know if you get more than 11 people. That means I missed somebody.
Right, I've got. Right, you want me to go and write down all the names? Yeah. So I came in a bit late, so I might have missed some. Yeah, it's not showing me all the chat, mate.
Oh, okay. Well, then hopefully I got it. And Dave Gatton says, "Oh man, there's a funny guy talking again. Funny talking guy again."
The only reason I come in here today is it would cost me a fortune if I didn't go.
If you didn't what?
If I went to bed, it cost me a fortune.
Why would it cost you a fortune to go to bed? Oh, last night's light. Oh, sorry about that.
I had to pay to stay in bed.
I hear you. Russ Meadows says, "How about give the pattern of the piece?" I can't give away the pattern because it's copyrighted, and that's part of the stuff I'm taking down off the site because I got too many people giving me crap about it, and they're not wrong. I got arrogant. I needed the money, so I just hoped my little butt wouldn't be noticed. But I don't want to take any chances, so I am in the process of taking down pieces, patterns. I mean, not all of them, just some of them. David Wood says the answers are all saved, so you don't have to write them down. Just scroll back up when you announce, and then, well, that made too much sense, David. I have to do things the hard way. Okay, Jamie, I know you're pretty, but I'm gonna go ahead and move it over to the piece here.
Yeah, no worries.
Is everybody done guessing? And I know this is gonna suck if somebody comes in later because not everybody can be here. Should I wait to reveal the amount of cuts? Since not everybody's here.
I don't see no reason why not. I mean, you could always wait until right at the very, very end if you wanted to.
Yeah, and people have to hang around for. Yeah. Now this is assuming I didn't miss any pilot holes. Usually I miss at least 1 or 2, but being that I was counting, I may have gotten them all. And I'm not going to say closest without going over because I will say people have gone over, but I ain't going to say how many people have gone over. But we'll do the math, whichever one's closest. I think I know who that is. Okay, I'll wait till the end. Okay, now you know how long the end's going to be? Benjamin, you're in Gatesville?
Gainesville, yeah.
Huh. Well, Gainesville, Texas. Sorry about that. I thought it said Gatesville. Thank you. Wait till the end says one vote. Josh says, is there a plus or minus allowed? That's why I said it doesn't matter if you're over, because with all the guesses, some of them are very close together, so it'd be silly for me to do a plus or minus, but I know what you're asking. David Wood wants me to reveal it now. Josh says end is next week. See, I hate waiting for surprises. But there are
now then. Sure, show. Do it now.
I know. There's more people watching. There's 25 people
Midnight
watching.
Joker said 272.
All right, that is Josh. No, that's Mike Kim. Yeah, I'll go ahead and reveal it tonight, but I'll give it a little more time because the viewership's picking up. If you're just joining, comment how many cuts you think this piece has, not counting the perimeter, and closest person will win something. I don't know what they're going to win, but they're going to win something.
I'd say 220.
Okay, I'll reveal at some point during this cutting, because I have it written down on the back so nobody will think this is rigged. But people that know me know I don't rig things. All right. I'm glad to have so many viewers. That's awesome. Of course, it's a Friday evening, which is awesome. Of course, it's midnight-ish for Jamie, a little after midnight.
Yep. 30 past or 27 past midnight. Me Lord said 2:15.
Okay, can you write that down?
M-I Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to write it down?
Yeah, if you don't mind, because I'm running out of room on my script. Now, Josh says how many cuts or how many blades you break. Kiss my rear, Josh. The eyes are not cut out. The areas around them are cut out. And this is all assuming that I haven't missed any pilot holes, but I'll adjust for if I messed up on pilot holes as we go. But it's still going to be within pretty close. And it doesn't matter if you go over. What's the pattern? It is Spiderman. But that doesn't necessarily mean that will be the prize because copyrights. I'm just doing this for visuals. Herb Hooper says give it 30 more minutes, and so that would be 7 p.m. my time. So remind me of that, Jamie. At 7 p.m. I need to reveal. But if you don't mind, occasionally in the comments or verbally asking people to guess how many cuts there are.
Yeah, that'd be 1 a.m. my time.
All right, if you can hold that long. Yeah, the eyes are not being cut out. They are made of wood. And anywhere you see the black X's or dots, that's where I have brad nails holding it together, as to let the viewers know, like, why did he skip that square? That's why, because I do those last. All right. So we have 18 people watching. Apparently, I had 26, so some people didn't want to wait.
So there's 12 over on the YouTubes,
nice.
And there is 7 on the Facebooks.
Nice. So I'm guessing y'all want me to start or something.
Yeah, you better hurry up.
Y'all drive a hard bargain. It's not like I'm here to scroll. Come on now. I'm considering adding my signature to this one, but that doesn't count for the pilot holes. Yeah, I'm going to add my signature.
But you're not Spider-Man.
No, I'm not, but I am the one cutting it. Huh. Okay, I'm just going to rough this in. This does not count towards the cutouts or the, you know what I mean. Very rough. I'm not going to take as long as I did a while back. I'll get to it later. All right, so, because I remember my name. Jamie, the reason why Josh is saying that in the comments is because it's a drinking game. Whenever I break a blade, you gotta drink.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's funny. Last night, people were mad at me because I wasn't breaking that many blades. I'm getting thirsty over here.
They wanted to get drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, per the usual, where am I going to start, folks? Where am I going to start? This is to make sure people are paying attention. It's a playful pop quiz, no prize. Where am I going to start on this phase?
I'd say cut the foot.
Okay. People are either typing real slow or they don't remember the answer. I'll start with the face. And in this case, I usually start with the face, more so the eyes, but his eyes aren't being cut out. So Josh was close enough saying the head, because there's not much of a face. So, yeah. You know, and I'll give you an idea. Just
Tim Carp said the chin.
Okay. I don't know right well. I'll probably start between the eyes, but believe it or not, just in this area here, over 100 cuts. I was surprised by that. Ordinarily, yes, Mike, Midnight Joker, except for the eyes, are made of wood. They're not going to be getting cut out. If I had done more detail inside of the eyes, yes. But yeah, just that arm up to about here has 100 cuts. It's like good googly moogly. You know what? I think I'm going to reveal how many cuts it had.
Go on.
Is everybody ready? I don't know what you're going to win, but you're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the closest one was Tavis Monroe. And it doesn't matter if you go over.
493.
Yeah, Tavis Monroe said 518. And it's okay if you go over. I didn't see anybody that said 493. Oh, wait, that's how many cuts I have. I'm paying attention. So I believe the closest one was Tavis Monroe at 518.
There you go.
All right. So, Tavis, you... No,
Anthony Campbell says, afternoon, Mr. Charles.
Good afternoon, sir. Now, the math, Josh thinks it's Russ with 411, but I think 518 is closer to 493 than 411 is. Now I got to do math. Dagnabbit. Do you have a calculator nearby? I got to figure out if it's.
No.
Well, Leonard Davis said 412. And Russ Meadows said 411, so Leonard Davis would be closer than Russ Meadows anyway. The new math says otherwise. And Russ Meadows said he almost said 485. That's funny right there.
You could always call it a tie.
Well, Jamie just sent me something, but I can't look at it because I don't have Facebook open.
Did I?
Yeah, it said Jamie just sent an attachment.
I didn't.
Should I open it?
I didn't.
Well, I'll go see who's trying to be you. And next Russ Meadows is going to say, man, I mistyped it. I meant to say 493. Yeah, I got to see who that was. And then I'll...
I gave you a thumbs up to reply to the link.
Somebody else sent something. It wasn't Jamie Page. It was James something. Sorry about that. All right, so we're going to get started over here. Believe it or not.
Anthony Campbell said 518 is 25 over, 412 is 80 below.
Okay, so 518 was closest. So, luckily, both my brain cells worked on that one. So, Tavis Monroe, whatever the heck I am going to give as a prize will be yours. I just don't have a clue what it'll be. You get to have this piece of scrap wood with all the names on it. You're welcome. I'm just kidding. Okay. Most people won't join a contest with that kind of crappy prizes like that. If you want to
you can have my pack of cards I got from a Christmas cracker.
All right, we are going to get going. Golly. Russ Meadows wants to know if he gets a prize for third place. Jamie Page's used underwear.
If you're not first, you're last.
Who was it that said that? It was some kind of coach.
Talladega Nights.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. You might get a prize. Hell, I don't know. I should have. I didn't organize. Now, okay, y'all let me know about the picture quality because I turned off. If the thing I found it worked, I turned off autofocus. Is there any kind of fluctuations or bad video quality? Happy New Year, Mr. Dennis Goodson. Appreciate you.
It's all good at the moment.
All right, nice. All right, if you're allergic to squares and rectangles or triangles, you don't want to watch this piece because that's all it is.
I keep trying to look around the dirt on my glasses, and it's annoying me. I should really just clean my glasses.
Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, took me forever just to drill the pilot holes. Most, if not all, of this will be cut out with number 5 flat-ended spiral Flying Dutchmans, and I'm getting a tiny bit of an echo, Jamie.
What, from me?
Well, not from me. Yes, sir, from you.
I don't know how I'm wearing headphones.
I don't either. Maybe they're just up loud. I don't know, but it's not horrendous, so I wouldn't worry about it. Yes, we're going to cut tonight. Josh, kiss my booty. You know how I drag butt starting. Anthony Campbell says it still has a little pulse, but nowhere near as bad as the last couple of live feeds that I've seen. I don't even see that pulse. Okay, Paul's Messy Workshop, Mr. Paul Corliss. Good to see you, sir. Okay, I'm getting ready to start, Josh. That's all right. Josh just wants to take a drink. He's hoping I break blades.
How you doing, Paul?
Hello, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Paul. All right, so we're making our first cut. But in my defense, I started with a little mini contest. It only took 20 minutes. All right, we're going to take our energy drink, and then we're going to get going. Josh is thirsty. He wants me to break a blade. I know, Josh. Trust me, I know. And you're just right there to help. I appreciate you. Well, do you know the cow story, Jamie?
No, I can't say I do. Probably a load of bull anyway.
Midnight Joker, which is Mike Kim, says, "Don't mention cows, please," at Rob Watts. You'll set them off again. Paul's Messy Workshop is saying hi to Leonard Davis. A viewer named Tim Turner has a cat named Moo. And and the reason why is because it has cow spot looking hair coloring.
Yeah.
And I was in one of my lack of sleep moods, and I got really giggly, and I kept just randomly saying moo. So that's the story. And I was losing my mind, almost like on Lee's show that night where I was crying. But I was just, I was having way too much fun with it. Anyway, the drinking word, or not the drinking word, every time I break a blade, you have to take a drink of whatever beverage you're drinking. I am not going to pay for your therapy or your Alcoholics Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
But know that I know I cut slow, and everybody likes to give me crap about it, but I am double stacking this.
More chance of blade breaks.
Yep. We're going to have a lot of drunk people by the end of the night, but hopefully they pop open that super chat. I'm kidding. Sort of. I make more money when people are drunk. You know what I mean? Or sometimes I make money when people want me to stop insulting them or questioning them or correcting them, but I won't name names.
That is true. That is true.
Good to see you again, Mr. Paul Corliss. Been a while. No rhyme or reason to the order I'm cutting. I'm just starting with the head. I thought I was going to start between the eyes, but I didn't. Y'all let me know if we have video issues. I'll just turn. I don't even know if the thing I found is even working, because it's supposed. I turned off autofocus. If it's working, hopefully we'll lose that crap where it keeps the camera keeps trying to adjust focus. But I also downloaded the latest drivers before I started the live feed. And no, I didn't go out and get a 1/16 inch drill bit or double-sided tape today because I was up all night drawing this and Brad nailing it together. Had to catch up on my beauty sleep. By the way, yeah. By the way, the update on the doctor crap is I went all the way to that doctor appointment, 45 minutes away, and all they did was touch both my eyelids and said, okay, we're going to schedule a biopsy. So that's the update, is waiting on someone to call me to schedule a biopsy. They're going to take skin and muscle from my eyelid and test it. It's not going to tickle. I'm not nervous about. The only part I'm ever nervous about is the travel to the appointment, because I think too much. I've been in pain before. I can live with that.
Well, all the time you don't hear anything. That's a good thing.
Oh yeah. The biggest thing so far is that there wasn't a mass in my eyelid, but it felt like it, and he thought so too. But the MRI showed no mass, so, and that's not Spanish. No mas, no mas.
No mas.
What? And Rob Watt says the picture is a bit sketchy. That's just wonderful. It blurs when your hands move.
Josh and Elisa Grover says you forgot again.
What did I forget?
I know, but he keeps saying moo.
Well, I'm trying not to say that, but
and
I don't.
He said before that, he said someone's got to give you hassle.
Oh, I don't know what I forgot. He probably responded to something I said, but yeah. So I don't know. But y'all made me stop, so I'm gonna take a drink. So that's one less blade break. Anybody just
Dennis, I thought it was just me, but Dennis Goodman said everything's gotten blurry.
Bloody heck. I don't know how to fix.
He says it blurs when your hands move.
Okay, I think I'm gonna turn the autofocus back on because it seems to be blurring more with it off.
Yeah. I think there might just be too many lines on it or something. And
yeah,
he's trying to focus on all of them.
Something. Josh, what did I forget again? I tend to forget a lot of things, but let me open up this stupid thing. I don't know if it'll let me change while it's being used, but we'll see. Webcam controller. Webcam options. Click back on autofocus. Done. All right. Back over the live feed. Julia Tapp says it's Facebook. Yeah, that's pulsating now to me. See,
yeah, I'm sure it'll clear itself up in a minute.
Once my hands are in there, usually. Oh, that's just wonderful. That's just freaking.
I wonder if you take the piece right out of the way, it'll clear itself up.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really help because I need the piece to be there.
No. I mean, just take it out of the way for the time being, just so there's nothing there for it to try and focus on. So it's basically just a complete blank canvas.
No, it's still pulsating.
Yeah, it's clearing up though.
Not for me. It's still pulsating. Oh, he says I forgot the drill bit and tape. Yes, I did. And Julia says Facebook resizes videos, but Dennis is watching on YouTube.
It's stopped now, and it's gotten a bit clearer.
Dennis Goodson is watching on YouTube. So, but
yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in StreamYard watching it as well. And,
it's pulsating.
Yeah.
Should I turn the autofocus back off?
It was doing exactly the same.
Oh.
But it's going haywire. I don't know if it's because of all of these lines.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do. But hopefully it'll stop at some point, because that doesn't make for a fun whatchamacallit. Yeah, it's pulsating worse. Needs a black and white contrast to focus. Well, I don't know how to give it a focus point or focus target.
Have you got a picture or a black and white picture anywhere?
I got a gray and white, but it's a lot of white.
That should do. Just put it right in front of the thingy so it can focus.
Look, it stopped. For me, it did. But if it goes... Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to get the technical crap done. I don't understand what's causing that either, Mac Pierce, Charles. It was fine a few days ago when I watched. Agreed. Sometimes it's a camera angle. Sometimes it's where the light is. Heck, I don't know. But hopefully it'll just even itself out. Look at that. It pulsed the second I took that crap away. Dang it, I need to be able to cut this. Looks like me first marriage. Bring it closer. Okay, we'll bring the who's or what's it closer, by golly. Well, it's stopped for now. We'll take it. All right. I love technology.
You could always put a black and white picture of your logo on top of the what do you call it if it happens again in the future.
You mean as a PNG or a physical?
Well, I guess you could put like a black and white picture of your sticker or something like that, and just put it lay it on top of the pattern while you're cutting it, so the camera's got something to focus on.
Well, that made too much sense, but yeah. Good lordy. Okay, well, hopefully it seems to have evened out on my end. If y'all keep me posted. But at some point, and I had to get everybody inside that's playing. There's 3 people inside playing Xbox, so I had to get them to stop doing the stuff that.
Midnight Joseph said a big black cross on a white piece of paper.
A black cross, he said?
Yeah.
All right. And if anybody's just joining, anytime I break a blade, you got to take a drink. Doesn't mean it has to be alcohol, but that seems to be the consensus that people want me to break blades because they want to take a drink. So that will be the last long pause, folks. I was just trying to fix the video quality. I wish I had like a movie camera or something that I don't have to mess with the stupid setting. Yeah, because I know what I'm trying to say. The Doomahoochie.
Yeah, the thingamabob.
Somewhere on Earth, that is a bad word, but okay, we don't have to be as family friendly. I just don't want total gutterness. All right. So I assume the video quality when the pulsating isn't happening is doable, bearable. If you would have asked me in the beginning before I counted the pilot holes, I would have guessed more than 493. There's not going to be much visual comfort crap on this one because there's so many squares and rectangles. I'd be spinning this thing nonstop. When I go to cut the perimeter of it out, that's when visual comfort comes into play.
Excuse me. Josh and Alex Grover says, how many weeks is this going to take?
No clue. Depends on life. Oh, by the way, when I get that biopsy, my good eye is the one that's swollen, and I cannot function with my right eye, so it's supposed to have sutures in it that will dissolve overnight, so it'll at least be 24 hours that I won't be able to do a live feed, and y'all won't have anybody to give crap to.
Oh, well, I'm sure I can get your cell phone number from somebody.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm sure y'all can find. By the way, my wife was saying, Jamie, that we really do need to exchange emergency contacts, because if that night where I almost passed out had been worse, that made us think we should probably share contacts so in the event something happens. So
I need to be able to remotely control your computer so I can go live on a comedy channel or something like that.
I was referring to health things, but okay.
Oh, all right. We'll just start a comedy club.
Yeah. I have no idea how many weeks this is going to take. Depends on if life gets in the way, but any chance I get, it should paint. The weekends are best for live viewing numbers, but bad because people in the house are using the internet connection for Xbox crap. and I'm not a gamer, that's why I'm calling it crap. But also the evenings. But during the day, I'm home alone.
Like Macaulay Culkin.
No, I didn't forget the number, Josh. I did it right before I went live. I didn't schedule the live until I was close to done drilling the pilot holes, and I counted as I did the pilot holes. It's a good thing I did.
It looks like it's cleared up now anyway.
That's good. Yeah, this wasn't going to be one of those pieces where I traced and did the pilot holes live on the air, because that took a long time. And I have like 3 or 4 other patterns already printed out, ready to put on wood. So whatever year piece is done, I'll have other ones. I'll always do live feeds as long as I'm able. Go ahead, Jimmy.
So here's a question for you. Right, when you just before you're about to tackle a pattern as detailed as this, what's your thought process?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Sort of like, is it oh damn, or is it sort of like here we go?
It can kind of be an oh damn, but in this case, since people voted on what they wanted to see in what order, I kind of felt better knowing that that's what people wanted to see. Now, not a whole lot of people voted, but some did. And first was Mater, then Vader, and then Spider. Spider. Sorry. They can't all be winners. Mater, Vader, and Spider. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yup.
Oh, good idea. Let's play Q&A with Charles Deering.
That'll work. It doesn't even have to be on topic, but as long as it's family friendly, I will answer it regardless of what it is. Even if it makes me look bad. That's just how I roll. I'm always honest, but I'll protect other people's secrets, but that's the extent of it. Go ahead.
So then let's play let's ask Charles anything. So who's got a question for Charles? So ask him anything.
Try to be somewhat serious if you want a decent answer. Not like, why are you so slow? I mean, we want fun answers or fun questions. I don't know why I'm so slow. Because I'm careful.
Travis says, in the garage and running the router, and this is a hoot to listen to. I've got a question for you, Travis. Why are you running a router? Why use a real tool?
It's Team Scroll Saw. Kidding. Routers have their place, but I know that's sacrilege.
Yeah, it's in the trash.
I have trouble getting a
good... Let me before I get hung and quartered for saying that. There's a bit of a backstory behind that. So I'm on a podcast called Makers International Podcast, and Richard Morley, who is one of my co-hosts, he does router classes and all that sort of stuff. And a few years ago, we started Team Scroll Saw versus Team Router. And I haven't got the
so
thing
next to me. DNA to talk smack about routers.
So it's in my DNA to talk smack about routers. And so that's basically where it come from. So I've always talked smack about routers. So first question for Charles. You may have answered this before, but did you start out with using spiral blades, or did you start with straight blades and switch to spiral for these large patterns?
When I first started, I researched what blades did what, and that made me pick spiral because I thought, well, that cuts in any direction. So I can't figure out how people want to keep doing this. Like I know that this is a large piece, having to turn the piece constantly. But then again, that whole visual comfort thing, I'm practically using it like a straight blade. But no, I've always used spirals, except for the the live show, I tried a flat blade for the first time on my channel. That's a hoot. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. However, it would be fun to see that again.
Not gonna happen, I don't think.
I think if we get enough people to and put in a little document, let's say, to say
Yeah.
we challenge Charles to use a straight blade on a live stream, I think we may just get it.
Well, I don't doubt that, but don't expect good results. But yeah, a lot of people call me the master, and the reason why I don't agree with it, but I appreciate the compliments, is because I can't use both styles of blades. So I think people that can are more talented than I am.
I can use both.
Yeah, so you're more talented than I am. Somebody
I'd agree with that.
somebody asked me about magnifying lamp that they're worth it. I believe that's Midnight Joker. I use mine for the light, and I'll show you right here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pillowcase over it to diffuse it. I use it for the light, but trying to use the magnifying portion of it, it really messes with my eyes. But I heard there's some magnifying lights that you can get different inserts with different magnification levels, but the one on this one is too powerful for me. It messes with me to see it zoomed in that much.
Yeah, that would like, it would put me way off. Like, it would seem like it's far too close.
Yeah,
and it messes my hand to eye coordination.
And I didn't even know that some of these lamps have interchangeable, or the ability to replace the lens part, until I read it from Steve Good. Yeah, I definitely use the light on it.
Yeah.
And this Techner has a holder for a lamp like this, which is cool.
So, if you was able to build your own scroll saw from top to bottom, right? What optional extras would you have on it?
I would have a huge table, which the Seiko has. This style blade clamping system.
Yeah. So you'd have the Seiko table, the Hegner blade clamp.
I know there's one thing I've always wanted on a scroll saw. I know there's aftermarket ways of doing it, but I'm not technical. But one thing I would love to see is something that is a counter, meaning how long did that project take? And I can't answer it. And I've tried a stopwatch, but you have to remember to hit the stopwatch each time. I want something that while the saw is running, it's counting, and when the saw is off, it's not counting. That way. And I want it to be something that's part of a scroll saw. I don't want to have to plug in 20 things.
Yeah, like a not a dynamo, like a speedo.
Well, here in the U.S., a speedo is a bathing suit.
Is it not? Is it not? It's not a speedo. Also, like a mileometer, if you like.
Oh, tachometer or speedometer.
Yeah, whatever they're called. Yeah, like speedometer.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a tripometer. Yeah.
Tells you how far you've gone in the car, but it tells you how far you've been, how long the saw's been running.
Yeah, and I mean that doesn't count for some things, but for the majority of the time, it would tell you this is how long this piece took, and then in other words, that's all I want on it, is for it to count on a project and then give you the ability to reset it to 0 for your next project. I think that would be awesome, but maybe not enough people want that to justify any scroll saw companies trying to do it.
Yeah.
And customer service like Seiko is what else I would want. Well, customer service and owner like Seiko. And blades that don't break, but that's a joke.
Yeah.
But blades that don't break would probably cost quite a bit more. Whoops.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I accidentally cut in. Whoops. I almost cut it. I accidentally cut into there trying to get to the corner because my eyesight sucks. Anyway, now that I've zoomed in, hopefully we don't have issues. You can also see what I'm cutting. Yay.
Josh says he wants something like that for the drill press to count holes. That would be quite good if you could. I suppose you could make your own kind of one of them. So every time it bottoms out, it's
Yeah,
like a like tick 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 tick.
yeah, every time it plunges. Yep.
I guess you could make your own one of them.
Yeah, I'm not technical minded, so I'd have to have somebody do for it. Now I know, just like I know there's analog counter type things, but I want one that's digital and is automatic. But I know, just like a foot switch, you may have to plug the tool into it and to get the current and all that crap, because I don't want to have to rewire the actual saw.
Yeah.
I will occasionally back up the saw just so people can see the whole thing. Not back up the saw, back up the camera.
So how long have you actually been scrolling for then, Charles?
Since 1997.
And what made you want to start with the scroll saw? Why not something else?
Believe it or not, I had never even heard of a scroll saw, but somehow I got a scroll saw pattern catalog in the mail, and I thought it was kind of cool what could be done with the tool. And I don't know why I had never heard of a scroll saw before that. So the first thing I did was I went to a photocopier, enlarged one of the patterns being advertised, because I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Then I blew it up to 4 feet tall. That's when the big pieces started, and I did it with a jigsaw. Some people call it a saber saw, on a sheet of half-inch plywood, and the rest is history. The reason why I started designing patterns is because I like detail, and the designs of the era didn't have many details in them.
Yeah.
I looked at it. Go ahead.
Colin, is it? You have to excuse me if I butcher your last name. Colin Lagasse or Lagasse. He wants to know how thick is each piece of wood.
1/4 inch, sir. Russ Meadows is correct. 0.25.
Okay.
I am stack cutting 2 pieces of 1/4 inch maple.
So I've got a question for you now, right? It's like a question from what Alan Robinson used to ask on the podcast. Right? It's kind of like what's your comic book story? What got you into woodworking?
Sheer boredom, needing a hobby. I used to draw. I don't know.
I mean, this is going back way back to like childhood.
Maybe my dad. I mean, he wasn't an avid woodworker, but he, piddled.
Yeah.
Bad wording. But yeah, I like the smell of burnt wood. Although I try not to burn wood. I don't know. I can't answer that accurately. I was in a marriage that wasn't real happy with, so I had to find something to do with my time. Now I just do it because it's fun.
Yeah, there you go.
By golly. You would think, being at it since 1997, I wouldn't break blades, but it happens. That's why they're so cheap.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, on that tiger that I've done, I spent 30 hours doing.
You're welcome.
I think I used 2 blades doing that, and that was the first time I'd ever used spiral blades.
That's admirable, because I tend to push blades, even though I say let the blade do the work. I guess I'm getting cocky or whatever, and I break a lot of blades. That's on me.
I've broken more blades putting the blade into the hole than I have actually scrolling.
Absolutely. You're welcome, Colin. Yeah, and believe it or not, I can't prove it, but I break more blades when I'm doing live streams than when I'm just scrolling by myself. But I love doing these live streams. Now, Jamie, you know me. I'm not crying about subscribers, but I'm still perplexed. I've lost about 21 subscribers.
Right. Is that recently?
Yeah.
Right. So what happens is that happens with everybody. YouTube has like a dump, if you like. So what it is basically, let's say for argument's sake, some people subscribe to you in the past, and for whatever reason they deleted their channel, they're inactive on their channel, and they haven't been active for over a year, whatever the reason may be.
Things up then.
Yeah, YouTube is just getting rid of the non-active channels.
Yeah, I was up to 6380. Now I'm down to 6360, and I'm not really complaining. It's just like I said when Dale was on here. I'm not a guy that has to be viral or big numbers, and I definitely don't buy views or subscribers like some people we know. But
yeah,
I was perplexed as to why, because I like logic. You know, what am I doing wrong? I mean, besides the fact that some people may not like live feeds, but it was just steady, 2 or 3 a day.
Yeah. So one of my friends in the community, Claire, she's got about 10 or 12,000 subscribers now, and
Wow.
I think she lost about 400 subscribers.
Yeah, now that's the only reason I really keep up with numbers. Well, now that you've told me that, I may not have to, but I was keeping up with numbers because I look to see if what I'm doing is quote unquote popular, because I don't want to do crap that people don't want to see. But I'm getting good reactions during the live feeds. So
yeah,
and like I've said many a time, these live feeds are also for me because it's therapeutic for me and fun for me. Keeps me in a good mood. It gives me something to look forward to. For some reason, when I try to do this corner over here on any of these squares, it rounds out. So I got to keep turning it to sharpen that corner. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, you can look at some people like Bobby Duke, for argument's sake. I mean, he could end up losing 10 to 20,000, even up to 100,000 subscribers when YouTube does these dumps things.
Yeah.
You know, it can get ridiculous.
I can't imagine ever even having 10,000 subscribers. That first 1,000 is the hardest, and then usually between 2,000 and 3,000 takes a while.
Don't be so sure, mate. I mean, you get there eventually. I mean, you're not that far off now. I mean, you're at 6,000, isn't you?
63, 60. I don't mean to sound like I'm whining. I can't picture it. I'm not dogging anything, but yeah, I love doing this. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, you just keep plodding along, mate. Keep plodding along.
I don't know what Russ Meadows is saying bull about. Is everybody okay with the angle, the clarity, the how close I am, blah 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 blah?
Yes, it seems all right. Some Mac Pierce says zooming in definitely helps.
Sweet. I'm afraid to ask what Russ is saying is bull.
I've no idea, mate.
Actually, I'm not afraid to ask. I'm afraid of the answer.
Tim Carp said yes, sir. Oh, I'm really. Herb Hooper says I'm really glad you are. I'm learning a whole lot more than I knew.
I appreciate that so much, Herb, and that's part of why I do this. If I can help 1 or 2 people, sweet. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to it, but I definitely want to know why Russ said bull.
Maybe it was that cow reference. Moo.
I actually got that Darth Vader done all in one feed. I think that was the one where I was trying to get you to get out of bed, but
yeah, that was quite an easy one. That one, wasn't it? It was a lot of big cuts.
Yeah, I was just tickled that I got something done in one feed.
Herb Hooper says, well, today I tried to get out of there and do a little bit of cutting, and let me tell you, I'm not going to give up, but it sure was hard trying to do it one-handed.
I can imagine, Herb. Herb had a stroke, his wife.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
That's why I've changed the angle from the way I was cutting it, because I want to be able to get sharp corners on all sides. Russ,
Yeah.
why did you say bull, dang it?
John Hope says, "Hi, Charles. Just popped in to say hi."
Hello, John. Appreciate you being here again. Anybody watching, whether from Facebook or YouTube, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them out there. You cannot, if you're on Facebook, you cannot see the YouTube comments and vice versa. That's why we read them out loud. You have the option of putting them on the screen, but that would take away from what you're looking at. And you'd have to click on them to do that, and I'd never get anything done. And I'm sorry for anybody that wants me to break blades so they can take a drink, because I haven't broken any yet.
I don't care. I'm going to take a drink anyway.
I was about to say, I mean, if you're an alcoholic, drink anyway, by golly. I'm a Dr. Pepperholic.
Oh, no, I'm a coffeeholic.
Coffeeholic?
Yeah.
So is my brother. I had my brother and Wes one night doing a live feed. During one of these live streams, I had my brother on here.
Yeah.
And that's when him and Daniel Davis came up with a nickname for me that I won't repeat, although some people in here know what it is, and they'll start talking about it, so I shouldn't have brought it up. Because I was making fun of myself, and somebody came up with a nickname. I want a cool nickname, so I'm not going to use it. Good old Dr. Pepper. Actually, being that, and I know it takes nerve for me to say this while I'm taking a pause, this could go relatively quick. I mean, you see how quick I've already gotten these done, if you want to call it quick.
Yeah.
Josh says I'll be nice. He's probably referring to the nickname. You and Clip are friends on Facebook, aren't you?
Yes.
Just for giggles, throw him the link and see if he shows up. He'll probably say, spending time with my wife, blah, 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 blah. If you want to mess with it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know he likes you.
Can't he blame him? Travis says, "What was your very first ever scroll saw?"
It was a Delta. Had a little spring-loaded clamp. It was, I mean, in hindsight, it was a piece of crap, but at the time, it was the best thing out there.
Okay.
I don't remember the model number. I've had so many dang scroll saws. The average scroll saw isn't necessarily, well, I say the average one, at least as I was starting, the average scroll saw is not made for daily use on hours on end. That's why the higher end saws cost more. They last longer. I'm hearing more and more people complain about the DeWalt, but that could be the non-US made. I don't know. But that usually is the go-to range price and saw. Kind of concerning that Russ said bull and he hasn't commented since. I hope we didn't say something that upset him. And I only care because he's a good friend of mine.
Travis says, "Except for my jet, which cost $600, which is going to go into the garbage."
The jet?
Type 1 DeWalt is no good.
Yeah, hear more and more people say that. Something they did backwards, because that was a very popular saw for a while.
And we don't even get any kind of DeWalt in the UK. I've contacted them countless times and said, "Look, what's the deal?"
Yeah.
And I've just had no reply. They just palm me off. Travis says, "My Delta was awesome. I upgraded to a jet and I'm not real pleased with it."
Sorry to hear that.
What jet is that you are you guys talking about?
Jet has a scroll saw, I assume.
Yeah. Is it the 21 inch or the 18 inch?
I didn't even know they had more than one size. That tells you how much I know.
Because we've got a company over in the UK that's got 2 Jet scroll saws. I think the 21 inch has got a thicker bed.
I know when the saw first came out, I believe people weren't able to use scroll reverse blades because the reverse teeth wouldn't even come up through the table. So I think they fixed that. But I don't use all that fancy stuff.
Would that be the Jet JWSS 18B? Does that sound about right?
If you're talking to me, I have no clue. I don't know anything about.
Oh no, I talked to Travis.
I'm sorry. It's actually Tavis, if it matters to you.
Travis. Sorry, yeah, not Travis. Tavis.
Sorry, I corrected you, so I guess you have to throw money at me now. Sorry. Just kidding.
So what don't you like about it then, Tavis?
It may be Travis. Maybe he just misspelled his name when he was putting it in for YouTube.
Wow, the vibration. I mean, looking at that kind of saw, you wouldn't have thought it would have had it.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it's on par with like the Excalibur.
Yeah, some people are content with the cheaper saws. I know Porter Cable. Heard a lot of good people saying they liked that one. I don't remember why, but I'm not recommending it because I don't know either here nor there.
I'm kind of shocked at that. For the vibration. I wonder if there was something wrong with it for there to be that much vibration, because it wouldn't normally be that much.
Unless the surface you have it mounted to is vibrating.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Because for that kind of price, it shouldn't be vibrating.
Yeah, Mac, I haven't heard anything about the Delta scroll saws, so I don't know what to tell you. I know in general Delta tends to do good products, but the only Delta I had was way back in the beginning of my scrolling, and that was a rickety piece of crap in hindsight. But
Mac, oh, sorry, you just answered that.
yeah.
So Tavis says, I have it bolted to a top drawer dresser with a piece of rubber between the saw and the table and rubber washers on the bolts.
Huh. Yeah, it sounds like it could be something wrong with the saw rather than just a crappy product.
Yeah.
But I don't know for sure.
So I can't think of any reason why that saw should give off that sort of vibration. That's a top quality saw.
Or at least a top quality company. That's what makes me think there's just a flaw inside the saw. Well, I ordered
Well, if things work out for me, yes. Have you are you subscribed to my YouTube channel, Tavis? Because all my email address and that's on, or you can if you send me a message on Instagram at jp_woodwork, I'll shoot you my email over there.
All right. And once again, folks, we are talking about doing a show called Team Scroll Saw. It will be Saturdays at 9 p.m. UK time and 3 p.m. Central US time. We just don't know when it's going to physically start because we still have to all get together and finalize figure out who's doing what to make it run smoother, blah, 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 blah. But it's going to be the next big thing we're hoping. Go ahead, Jimmy. I hear you breathing.
Tavis, I've just sent you a friend request on Facebook.
Yeah, my dad has a pen end craftsman. I think pen-ended or pen. Okay, I'm not even going to try to say it. Pen-end scroll saws have their place, but not for intricate work. But they are solid. I mean, they obviously don't pop out. So that's kind of cool. But some people knock the little pin out if they have some kind of adapter.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely have their place. I mean, for people that do giant cutouts, not giant pieces, but where the cutouts themselves are large enough to allow for the pin to come through the I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because that scroll saw, if things work out, I could be doing a review on that exact scroll saw.
Cool.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I tried to get Hagner to sponsor me, but I was talking to the lady on the phone about it, but she's not in charge of the company, and I don't know if it went down the message pipe. But I don't want to pound. What's the word? I don't want to pester them because
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I would love to have them as a sponsor, but I don't want to chase them to do it. Meaning that might sound arrogant, but what I mean is it's up to them to determine if I'm worth going after, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be the case for any sponsor, I guess. But you can bet your butt I'm going to get a contract if it ever comes down to it, because my last sponsor taught me a lot of lessons there. There were some good aspects, but overall, no. So I'm guessing my brother didn't respond on Facebook, or did you not get around to it?
No, I have sent him a link.
All right, he might either be asleep or he's spending time with his wife. Currently, he's happily married, blah, blah, blah. If my wife wasn't a gamer, I may have to go through the same thing, but she likes playing video games, so we don't ever get on each other for not spending time together. But every now and then we do say, we need to spend more time together.
So Randy Busheen says, what's been the complaints about the wall?
I don't know. I just remember that a lot of people were complaining about him.
And Josh Grover says, I miss, why do you have X on some of the spots? So I know this one.
Okay.
That's where he's got the brad nails to hold the two pieces together because he's stack cutting them, and he's going to leave them bits till last.
At least last when I'm in that area. Like when I'm done with the face, I'll go back and cut these. Let me back up a tiny bit. The face has two brad nails, or two areas that are brad nailed together. So when I'm done with the face, I have three. I will take those out. I just do it as I go. So hopefully that answered that. I'll go ahead and keep the saw that far back, and hopefully it won't pulsate. Okay, Josh is answering Bosheen, but maybe the audience would like to know that if they're not watching on YouTube. Says the Type 1 motor goes out easily. Well, that's not cool. Motors are kind of good for tools to work, Funny how that works. The worst scroll saw I ever had was a Ryobi. I'm not saying they make crappy scroll saws, but the one I had, the upper arm snapped in half while I was working on it. I did not pick it up by the arm. And for those that might be beginners, you never want to pick up a scroll saw by the arm. You want to pick it up like by the back of the saw and the table in most cases. Yeah. I'm surprised Josh is even speaking to me, the fact that I haven't broken any blades yet. Sorry. Josh and a guy named
It's
Steve.
early.
Josh and a guy named Steve Combs kept saying, will you break a blade already? I don't know why I have so much trouble saying breaking blades. I usually say breaking braids.
Josh says he's getting really thirsty over here.
He's going to curse me.
Right, I'm going to have to take off for a little while, mate, all right?
Fine. No, I appreciate you being here, sir.
So I'll be back.
All right.
All right, mate.
I've already given Dale the link, and I didn't give anyone else the link, but I probably should have. But anyway, appreciate you being here, and we'll see you when we see you.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back in probably about an hour or so.
All right. Be good, sir.
All right, mate. I'll speak to you in a bit. Bye.
Bye-bye. Mac Pierce says, yeah, you kind of need that motor. Randy Bosheen says, if it's blade clamping, it's a very easy fix in most cases. Josh says, type 2 DeWalt is better. And getting really thirsty over here. Jamie already read that, sorry. Randy Bosheen says, my DeWalt Type 1 lasts 20 years before motor went out. Yeah, I think the earlier DeWalts were the most popular. I don't know why they changed things, because the way I see it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But some companies do that, thinking they're upgrading, and then they go backwards. That's just not right, you know what I mean? Leonard Davis says, how many hours are you estimating this one will take you? I have no idea, Leonard. I'd love to give you a guess, but I'm terrible at guessing. That's why I had the clock idea for a scroll saw, because I'm terrible at guesstimating. I wish I could give you a better answer than that. And if you're just joining and you've heard me talk about visual comfort, there's not going to be a whole lot of visual comfort cuts on this one except for the perimeter, because it's a bunch of triangles, rectangles, and squares. And the cuts are short enough I can just adjust. The reason why I'm choosing to cut at this angle is because for some reason when, at least the way I'm looking at it, for some reason when I'm cutting them out, if I'm doing it from the side and trying to come to this corner right here, it will be rounded. So this is the only angle I can do it where I get a sharp corner there. I don't know why. Josh says they moved production out of USA and they went to junk. Well, by God, come back to America. And there's too many products out there that are quantity versus quality. But some companies are getting better at it. That's why older cars, some of them do better in wrecks, because they were built solid as a tank. But now everybody wants real light cars, and you know, you got to sacrifice some things for others, I guess. Josh is telling me to switch to straight blades and do this pattern. You want me to be done this year? That won't happen. And I'll mess up the project within a couple cuts. And sometimes I'm cutting clockwise, and other times I'm cutting counterclockwise. So for me, at least, there's not really a secret to either one. Just whatever I feel at the moment. And Josh, we may have to think of a new drinking game because I'm not breaking blades often enough for people to be able to be satisfied with their drink. I'm going to turn the saw off for a second because I'm hitting the back of the saw and I don't want to mess up the cut. So, all right. I originally had this drawn much smaller. I can't imagine being able to do that without microscopic blades. Yeah, now all the cars are plastic. Yes, sir. Everybody wants lightweight, economical. Economical is always good, but yeah. I drive a 2012 Dodge Ram. It has 138,000 and a half miles. 138,500 miles on it, and it's still going good. But trucks, more so older trucks, don't get as good a gas mileage as a car. So I don't take long trips if I don't have to. Well, there you go. Take a drink. Blab it. Take a drink after each square. You'd be drunk in no time. Tavis says, new drinking game idea. Take a drink every time someone talks with a funny accent. Oh, Lord. Yep, that could, well, well, with me being the only one here, you're lucky because I tend to talk in funny accents, but I don't think I've done so this live stream, unless it was involuntary. But yeah, if you do it per square, then you're going to be drunk in about 10 minutes. What you talking about? I'm drunk already. Shoot. I'm not talking about me. I'm not drunk. Don't scroll drunk. All right. At least with this particular saw, maybe not in general, but on for me, I need to. Whenever the blade breaks, usually I have to retension it when I put a new blade in, and that blade's going to try to do a hockey stick thing on me. So I'm going to take it out and put another one in because I don't want to wrestle with it. It was just the way the blade was turned. I didn't feel like wrestling. Moo. Finally. Well, the drinking game didn't say that you could only have one drink. Just saying, or that it had to be a small sip. But if you took a shot every time I cut out a rectangle, you would be dead before this project's done, or even this feed. Don't drink and scrawl. Although that could be a little bit entertaining depending on who it is. It's funny because the average viewer, dagnabbit, the average viewer wouldn't say finally when you break a blade. So I will say my viewers are not average. Well, I did. Mac Pierce, move right back at you. Y'all are trying to get me going again. I don't like wrestling with the hockey stick stuff, so that's why I just took it out, so you won't get more drinks. Sorry. But your idea with the every square I cut out was a good one. If you're looking to get drunk, it'll definitely happen. But for a disclaimer, I'm not looking to get people drunk when I scroll. Just to throw that out there in case somebody thinks, "Oh my God." Y'all have heard me say before, there are certain things I can't do on live feeds, so I'm going to take a short break to answer nature. But I will give y'all something to look at while I'm gone. I won't be gone long. For anybody wondering, there are 493 cuts in this piece, unless I miscount, and I will be right back. And I'm back. Josh says, after the other night of breaking a ton of blades, I went out today and got a 30-pack. 30-pack for tonight. That's funny. Sorry I disappointed you. Hello, Mr. Chris Nealon. Appreciate you watching. Over on the YouTube. Alright. We're going to get to go in again. I tell you what. And just to repeat, for those that don't know, if you see the black X's that is where I have brad nails going through the double stack. So I cut those last in that area so that it holds the stack together. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, you cannot see the comments from Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, you can't see the comments from YouTube. And so that's why I read them out loud. All right. And we're also doing a drinking game. Well, for those that drink, every time I break a blade, you got to take a drink. But gotten lucky so far tonight. I've only broken one, so the alcoholics are mad at me. Bear with me, I got a technical issue going on. I'm getting there. Gotta love technical issues. See, I've already lost 4 subscribers during this feed, so that hopefully what Jamie was saying is what the deal is. Because that's pretty bad, just saying. Almost ready to get back to scrolling, I promise. Okay, we are back. Randy Bosheen says open to 30 during last night's feed. Chris Nealon says, well, I'm enjoying some Jameson whiskey, but not participating in the game. See, that's how you do it. If you want to get drunk, just get drunk. I tried drinking in high school just to be cool, and I'm not saying that's why everybody drinks, but I didn't like how it made me feel, so I stopped drinking. So you can't blame how I act on drinking. It's just the joys of being a dork, but I'm proud to be one. Yep. Everybody take a drink on me. All right. Mr. Sterling Davis has joined us. That's another very good man, very good scroller, very good channel, Sterling's Woodcrafts, over on YouTube. Appreciate you being here, Sterling. And cheers right back at you. We're working on the Spiderman. But you probably knew that. And we're going to go back at it. I don't have any funny voice people to read the comments for me, so y'all bear with me when I pause to look at them. Or maybe not funny voice, just funny accent. I didn't have any waves in my lines at all tonight until Sterling came in. Just messing with you. I know you'll like it when I break blades, but it embarrasses me some. I like when I don't break a lot of blades. Shaving a wavy line here. Chris Nealon says Charles could be my designated driver. Lord, I'd be on the road all the time for people. And I'd have to be watching out for the ones that don't have designated drivers. Being that tomorrow is Saturday, I will most likely have 2 live feeds, and I always say that, but sometimes life gets in the way and things out of my control get in the way. But I try to do one in the morning. I never know what time, and in the afternoon or night, and it just depends on my sleep schedule or things going on around me. Josh says you might lose more subscribers if you don't break blades. Good old Josh. Randy Bosheen says, when you stack cut, do you cut the finished sides face to face so unfinished sides are out? No, I do not. I hadn't really thought of doing that. But then I would have to mirror image everything as far as designs go. That's too much thinking for my little brain. Now, if I'm working on something that like 3-dimensional that has sides to it, I will do them face to face so that I can cut both sides at once if they're the same look. Or back to back more so than face to face. Heck, I don't know. Been a while since I've done a 3D project of any kind. Another way I stack cut is I just stack them with the top spacing up on all of them. But in most cases, only the back one has to get the fuzzies off the back because the top one is butted up against the top of the second piece or third, whatever the case may be, and doesn't have room for fuzzies unless you don't have the stack together very well. Chris Nealon says, for the record, I don't drink and drive. I never drink and drive, and I drive a lot. And I believe you. And yes, Randy, for patterns that allow it. Appreciate everybody being back here, by the way. I know you have other options. That's how you know majority of us are over 30 because that's around the age when you start saying, I don't need to go out. I'll just stay home. That's a total estimation. Chris says, how do you decide what sections to cut beginning to completion? Well, if it's an animal character or person or whatever that has a face, I always start with the face and more so the eyes. But in this case, the eyes are made of wood, so I'm just starting on the head in general. But after I get done with the face, there's really no method to my madness unless I'm trying to reduce weight of the piece. So sometimes I'll cut the larger cutouts. I love it when y'all have a bunch of questions because it Gives me something to talk about besides my babbling. So it is appreciated. And y'all can really ask me anything. It's just, as long as it's family friendly, I'll answer it, and it'll always be honest. I am an open book. I'm sorry I missed that. Tim Carp, do you use two-sided tape, or are those nailed together? They're brad nailed together. That's what these black X's are. I put that so the viewer, as well as I, can see where the brads are at a quick glance. That way I cut those areas last and while I'm in the area, so that the stack stays together. Now, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 brad nailed areas in the head. So once I'm done with the head, then I can cut the cuts that have the brad nails in them. Chris Nealon says, I'm standing next to a very, very lonely Seiko. Well, that's terrible. Seiko's a dang good saw. Josh says, never watched you in outer edges of your piece. Sand the outer edges of your piece. Do you cut that close to the line, or just sand it? I cut relatively close. Now this is just so I can reduce the size of the wood, this big gap here. But on the perimeter, I do get a little sloppier on cutting. So because I have the option of using a 1-inch belt sander or a big belt sander to sand it to the line. So if the reach allows it, I will do it that way. But if it's a piece is small enough, sometimes I'll just cut right at the line. But it's just better results for me when I sand to the line on the outer perimeter. But as the size of this and the shape of it doesn't always allow every spot to be reached. And you're welcome, Tim. Randy Bosheen, his comment is partially cut off, so I got to scroll. Finish sanding the faces, put faces together, tape and glue pattern on. No marks or glue on either finished piece. People don't know which pose is which. This is true, but I like to do things the hard way, plus I fear change. But that's good advice. For me, they're necessary evils, even though I'm the one making them necessary, but worse problems to have. But that was not bad advice, And for anybody just joining, there are 493 cuts in this piece, unless I miscounted or missed pilot holes. I counted the cuts as I was drilling the pilot holes. Wait. That sound you're hearing is because I'm rubbing the spring on the back of the saw with the rest of this piece. I had to turn it. Piece is 27.5 wide by 22 tall. That is in inches. The capacity of the saw is 22 inches, so that's the benefit of spirals, but I still have to watch the back of the saw every now and then for the reason I just showed. Plus 27 inches is more than 22, so there's that. Mr. Wait. Stephen Dickinson says, "You're an amazing scroller and pattern maker, Charlie." I appreciate that, sir. I really do. And Holy Monkey, Chris Nealon did a super chat of $9.99. I appreciate that, buddy. He says better than a movie, and that's saying a lot, so I really appreciate that. Anybody doesn't know what a super chat is, it's only, I think it can only be done via messenger. Dang it! It can only be done through YouTube. If you're in the live chat, you see a $sign down below. It's for those people that want to give back or donate, whatever the terminology may be. It's never required, but always appreciated. Yeah, people just click on that and they can choose the amount that is donated, and it is donated in real time. It goes to the basically the AdSense account associated with the YouTube, and every little bit helps, so I appreciate that. Donations are by no means mandatory, but always appreciated. Thank you so much, Chris. Lawrence Aldridge is back. Hello, sir. I've only broken one blade so far. And Lawrence Aldridge says, hello, everyone. We have 21 folks watching. I'm about to get back to it. Just want to acknowledge everybody. We have 4 people watching on Facebook, 17 on YouTube. I appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, you cannot see the Facebook comments. And if you're watching on Facebook, you can't see the YouTube comments. That's why I read them out loud. Sometimes I'm told that sometimes YouTube has better video quality than Facebook because Facebook resizes and all other kinds of stuff. So if you're on Facebook and want to connect on YouTube, you should be able to find me under Charles Deering. If not that, Charles Deering Scroll, and I hope you'll subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of when I do these live streams and project video uploads. And if you're on YouTube and want to connect on Facebook just for the heck of it, I go by the Charles Deering on Facebook, and that's all one word. Midnight Joker Mike Kim says, off to bed. It's 2 a.m. here. Later, all, I appreciate you being here, Mike. It's about to be 8 p.m. here, Central Time. And Lawrence said, it happens to the best of us. All right, amen. I'm going to get back to it. Appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate you having been here, Mike. All right, we're going to get back to old Spidey. Any questions or comments y'all have, even if it's a beginner question, that's fine because everybody starts somewhere. But you do not have to stay on topic to make comments or questions. I'll answer anything as long as it's family friendly. It's not a stupid question. All right. Hopefully I'm in a good enough spot that people have a decent angle. As with any project, staying on the line is not mandatory, but it does help. And you can see if you look closely, I mean, the reason why it's somewhat important on this design is because, you know, you want these lines to line up so they can flow, but, you know, every now and then I get a little wonky, so it can crooked up some of those lines. We're going to call crooked up a good phrase. And plus, I don't want to break too many blades, Josh, because that's all I have left until my order comes in. And that's, hopefully that's focused. Number 5 spirals with flat ends. Bought from woodenteddybear.com. All right, we're going to get back to it. I buy number 5s and number 3s. I buy more number 5s than 3s because I use 5s much more often. The order I just placed was 12 dozen number 5s, which comes out to, which is 144 blades, and 10 dozen number 3s, which is 120 blades. So I'll have 264 if I did that right. Blades. Anyway. Wait, I'm hitting the back of the saw. Don't want to get started that way. All right. Really does mean a lot that y'all take time out of your day or night, whatever time zone you're in, to be here. It's never mandatory to comment, but I can't see who you are or any questions or comments you have unless you comment, because on Facebook, if you're only doing a Facebook live feed, it shows you who comes in and who's watching, but on the platform I'm using, which is called StreamYard, I'm going to Facebook and YouTube both, and it only shows the people that comment. So if you don't get acknowledged, that would be why. But each and every one of you are appreciated. Using number 5 flat-ended spirals, the saw is a 22-inch Hegner. Mr. Lawrence Aldridge says, my dad told me there are no stupid questions, the ones you do not ask. Agreed. There's only one stupid question I can think of, and that would be, will you marry me, Kathy? I'm kidding. That's my ex-wife's name. It's just funny to talk about exes. Roger Beaver says, do you do cars? Yes, sir, I do. I'll do pretty much anything. I haven't done one on a live stream, but yes, I have a whole bunch of car and truck patterns on woodenvisions.com. Quite a few, actually. That's a future live stream idea. I don't think I've ever done a vehicle on a live stream. I also have train patterns. One of them I call Mega Train because that was 12 sheets of paper to make that. Most of my patterns are 1 or 2 sheets of paper. But there was so much detail in this one, I blew it up to 12 sheets of paper. Nah, it's a big one. I think it's one of the more expensive patterns on the site. Most of them are only $7 or $10. So every now and then they're lower, every now and then they're higher. All right. And for anybody just joining, the squares you see that have the X in them is to let the viewers, as well as myself, at a quick glance know where the brad nails are, and I do those last when I'm in that area so that the stack stays together. It's a requirement, just so y'all know. If you've never watched the live feed, I got to take a swig every now and then. I'll pretty much scroll any theme out there. I really don't have a limit, because what the theme is isn't always up to me, and I'm okay with that. I don't judge. I make patterns that people want to see. That being said, I do charge more for custom patterns that I don't already have made, but I don't have any limit as to what pattern I'll do. All right, so let's get back on it. Got a little bit of a wave in that line, but probably not enough to mess with. And right as I said that, I did another wave, but I'm going to get that one. There we go. And if you're not a scroll sawyer at all and you're watching this, scroll saw is one of the safest tools. Very kid friendly. You have to be trying in order to hurt yourself. Randy Machine said, just finished Charles' 70 Chevelle pattern for a Christmas gift. Great pattern to cut. Thank you so much, Randy. Appreciate it. All right. Been have good luck so far finding the pilot holes, but this one's been a little bit of a booger. I think Josh may have passed out, just hoping I would break blades. Or he's actually living life, doing something productive. I love doing these live feeds. Even if I got down to 0 subscribers, I'd still do it because I love interacting with people in real time. I looked today. I don't usually keep up with numbers on Facebook, but somebody asked me how many friends and followers I had on Facebook, and I went and looked. I just hit 3,020. That's pretty sweet. But I do get that the average person does not want to spend hours on end watching me scroll. Even if you're into it, you know, it's just, I get it. It's not easy to watch the whole thing. But some other benefits is you can make friends out in the chat area, the live chat. Might learn something, which you might have already known. And hopefully somewhere in there you get entertained. But I'm pretty much never 100% mature on these live streams because life's too short to be serious all the time. Mr. Rusty Nails, Russ Meadows, very, very good friend of mine, is back. Appreciate you. Says he died of thirst. Lawrence Alder says, how often do you design your own patterns? Or how do you design your own patterns? I do them on paper, Lawrence. Excuse me. I have 4 or 5 videos on woodenvisions.com that are downloadable instructional videos of how I make my patterns. And the reason why there's 4 or 5 different videos is because there's 4 or 5 different themes. So it'd be much easier to lead you over there to look at those rather than try to explain it all. But long story short, I do them on paper because I can't control computer programs and stuff. I'm just not good with technical stuff. Russ Meadows asked, did you break a blade while I was gone? I only broke 1 blade so far, I think. I don't know. I've moved on since then, but I think it was only 1 blade. You have to ask the people that have been here the whole time. I do not know. I'm trying to think of all the videos I have, Larry, so that you'll know which themes. There's one is working on vehicles or making vehicle patterns. 2 of them are working on horses. One of them happens to be like a leopard or a cheetah or something, but it's about short-haired animals and contour and this and that. Another one is basic portrait, and another one else is facial hair. So it's just different tutorials, and I know people like to joke that I talk a lot, but I try to be a very thorough teacher. So when you see those videos of me making patterns, you are in real time seeing my decision making and hearing about it and why I made a decision. You'll see me change my mind on the video as I go, because I'm just letting you into my mind during the whole process and letting you know why I chose certain decisions. So I think it's worth it, but they may not be real popular. A lot of people only go for the patterns, but yeah, those videos are up there too. I should probably advertise that more. Randy says only one broken blade so far. Sweet. Russ Meadow says, drank my Snapple peach tea in honor of you breaking a blade. I appreciate that. Lawrence says, low-tech man in a high-tech world. Amen. Yes, those videos used to be in DVD form, but not every computer can watch DVDs. So I changed them to downloadable videos. But yes, Chris says he has a couple of them. I appreciate you, Chris. Chris Nealon says, holy moly, Don Imus is gone. Do you mean, did he die? I guess that's what you mean. I didn't know whether or not he was still alive or not, but Chris Nealon says, Don Imus is gone. Yes, he died. That's sad. Rest in peace, Mr. Don Imus, and condolences to his friends and family if they happen to be watching here, or fans, whatever the case may be. That's sad. It's always sad when somebody passes away. Unfortunate. But not to make light of it, but I don't think he was a spring chicken. I believe he was quite up there in age. I'm trying to think of some of the deaths of celebrities or whatever that hurt more than others. One was Patrick Swayze. Who else? One of the members of Montgomery Gentry, Troy Gentry, died in a helicopter accident, I believe. There's a comedian named, this isn't recent, but there was a comedian named Patrice O'Neill, John Panette, both of them. Ralphie May. Trying to think of other celebrities that have died that kind of hit me somewhat hard. There's been so many I can't remember. When John Ritter died, that hurt. I don't like to see anybody die, but more so good people. I know there's some others that kind of surprised me or hurt, or whatever the case may be. So Don Imus was 79. So he had a good long life. That's the best way to look at it. My dad is 74. Has lived a good long life. He's still with us, but is terminal. There's so many celebrities through my life that have passed on. Celebrities, whether they were singers, comedians, whatever the case may be, and I know some hurt more than others, and I can't remember a dang one of them besides the ones I've mentioned. And somebody hid my pilot hole here. Keith Whitley. Who else? These aren't recent deaths. It's just people I remember being bummed when I heard they were gone. Keith Whitley, John Denver. Love John Denver and Keith Whitley. Dagnabbit, I can't find the pilot hole. Conway Twitty. Chris Nealon says Mel Blanc hurt when he passed. Yeah, he was the voice of a lot of cartoon characters. Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash. Yeah, those very. Yeah, and they don't make them like they used to, do they? Why am I not able to find the stupid pilot hole? Willie Nelson isn't dead, but he's not a spring chicken anymore. But I actually got to speak to Willie Nelson on the radio once. I was going to send a cutting I had that I made of him. This is back before I was even remotely decent at the scroll saw. But he was live on the air with the DJ. And you know, if you've ever watched an interview with Willie Nelson, he's funny. I said, I don't mean to open up a can of worms, meaning trying to figure out how to get something to him. But right after I said, I don't mean to open up a can of worms, Willie Nelson said, "You're gonna send me a can of worms?" that was pretty funny. But anyway, I had it recorded at one time, but I lost it on an old computer hard drive, and I can't find the stupid pilot hole. So I'm gonna rough it out and see if that's part of the problem here. Dennis Goodson says he hates bottom feeding, and the irony is there because I'm having a pain in the butt trying to. Yeah, Willie Nelson has died several times, according to good old rumors on the internet. Yeah, I hate it when I can't find the stupid pilot hole. And I can feel it, but I can't get the blade through there. I always use a spiral blade to run it through there a few times, hoping to make more of a texture for my finger to find. Why can I not find that? Let's try it again. Wow. I guess I'm going to have to do the whole Sharpie thing where I put a Sharpie over the pilot holes. Well, see, I'm on the underside of this, and it's clear as day to me. Why can I not find the stupid thing? Yeah, that's why I got to put a Sharpie under there, on there, so that I can. That's how many cuts there are, by the way. So that I can visually find the stupid pilot hole, and they're only stupid when I can't find them. I'm not going to do every single pilot hole, or we'll be here for 3 years. Did I forget to drill one there? Oh no, it's just a big cutout. Okay. But yes, every now and then I'll do this Sharpie thing, and there's a weird blowout in the back of the wood there, but there's no pilot hole. Okay, and then I will get a little light to look up underneath to find that Sharpie spot. Makes visually finding the pilot hole a little easier. And we'll stop there. I knew you were going to say that, Chris, but I'm not going to read it because it's not family friendly. I'm not upset with you. I try to keep the narration family friendly. Yeah, and there goes Russ Meadows saying family friendly. There goes the G rating. No, it's still G unless you're reading the comments. Rusty said we went through that last week. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little no, don't. I'm not upset at all. It's a preference, but I'm not going to freak out if things don't go 100% family friendly. So no need to be sorry. Lawrence Aldridge says he liked the Highwaymen album. Agreed. Yes to the Highwaymen, says Chris Nealon. Yeah, but I will say they need to stick to singing because their acting is horrible. There's one movie called Stagecoach or something like that that has all of them in it. Oh, Lord, they can't act. Chris Christopherson can pretty much act, but, man, those other ones can't act to save their lives. Whew. So if you ever want to watch a movie just to have your jaw on the ground at how horrible the acting is, watch Stagecoach. I think it was out in the 70s. I don't remember, but I gotta get the stupid light under here because I can't find the stupid pilot hole. I use this little light to, it's not to shine up through the pilot holes, it's to look up under and find the stupid Sharpie mark on the stupid pilot hole. Looking right at it. Good God on a stick. There we go. There we go. Took it long enough, but at least we got through there. Stupid pilot hole. That's the drinking game we should have, is when Charlie can't find the stupid pilot hole. Because that happens more often than breaking blades. You're welcome, Josh, if you're even still watching. Willie's last two albums are fantastic, says Benjamin Luton. Or Luton, or however you say that, sir. Making sure I didn't miss any other comments earlier. Okay, no, I did not. Sorry that I missed your... Excuse me. I burp inwards. It's weird. I know that's weird. Anyway, take a drink, Dr. Pepper. By God, there you go. Herb Hooper says that. Russ Meadows says, you see, folks, even the masters still can't find... Oh, stop. I'm not going to... I shouldn't have read that out loud. Yeah. It's funny that I say that. You know, I am paranoid, but, you know, I'm overreacting. The whole... You know, I'm just going to... I need to get to the point where I just need to accept that not everything you watch or hear is going to be family friendly, so... Got you. Yeah, you almost got me. But the most I will say is they're referencing Finding the Hole. That's where I'm going to stop. That way I'm not a total prude. Scroll master, that is. Thank you, sir. You're so kind. There's that funny voice. You can take a drink on that one, too. So, yeah, it might be an easier drinking game for those that want to drink. If you just, every time I have trouble finding the pilot hole, that's when you can drink. Now, I'm seeing a line that I slightly went off of, so I'm going to compensate by drawing the next line slightly further over, so that when I'm done, you can't tell that I was off kilter, except for the fact you're watching a live stream where I say I was off kilter. Another reason why I do live streams is to show just how imperfect I am, but that's fine. We all have our flaws. I know this is an utter shock to maybe nobody. Lawrence Aldridge says, I also like Johnny Cash's The Bible Story, now telling my age a little bit. That's fine. None of us are spring chickens, I don't think. Chris Nealon says, no more drink for me. Rustin Ailes says, just did. And Lawrence Aldridge says, what did you do, Carter? And that's normal that you're off, says Josh, and that's how you know. That's how you know when Josh is here, because he's a little meanie butt. Just kidding. Josh, I haven't broken any blades since you were last here. But a better drinking game might be when I can't find the pilot hole, because that happens more often than breaking blades. So we're going to get back to it, because not everybody wants to hear me babble. Well, maybe they do. I'm dreaming. Alrighty then. Nature's wanting to call again, but I'm telling it to hold off. There we go. Making sure I'm not going to hit the back of the saw. Little wave in the line, and since it's part of the eye, I'm going to try to fix that wave in the line. And I got a little, want to make that corner a little sharper. Hopefully I can find the pilot hole so y'all don't get to drink. Although it is taking me a little bit. Find the hole I cannot. Take a drink. I'm going to move over to another one. I've lost my touch. Whatever touch I had, I've lost it. That one didn't take too long, so that one doesn't count as a drink. Josh says, put eyes on the tips of your fingers. Good Lord. If I did that, I'd have a lot of splinters in my eyes from rubbing it along the back there, trying to find the stupid pilot hole. I always throw the word pilot in there for you perverts. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to throw them out there. If they're family friendly, I will address them. Every now and then I got to catch myself. Okay, here we go. I'm intentionally going off the line there because I just noticed that this line of detail didn't line up with the one next to it, so I was trying to get a little closer. Tim Carp says, got to run, Charles. Thanks for the class. I appreciate you being here, Tim, and I hope I helped in some way. If not anything else, so hopefully you were entertained. Thank you for being here. I saw one line I want to sharpen a little bit. Or a corner, not a line. There we go. And sometimes I'm picky in areas I don't need to be picky in. But I am proud to say I haven't noticed any pilot holes that I missed drilling. So that's exciting. We're going to go back to this elusive pilot hole and watch me find it quicker. He said as he couldn't find it. I can feel it. Oh, you're killing me over here. Okay, get the stupid light out for the stupid pilot hole. Then I got to try to maneuver blade into the pilot hole with limited hand room. Okay. Take a drink. Okay, catch up on comments. Dennis Goodson says, I think I'll see if I can catch you on Facebook. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Dennis, since you're writing from Facebook. Maybe I'm a little confused, but okay. Lawrence Aldridge says, could you send me a link to your design page? It would be woodenvisions.com and click on the shop tab. I can't send a link because I'm doing the live feed, but just go to woodenvisions.com. Oh, okay. Dennis Goodson went from Facebook to YouTube. Yeah, just go to woodenvisions.com, Lawrence, and click on the shop tab. But if you want the videos, they're not under patterns, they're under an instructional video. So even if you click on the shop tab, you'll click on the category that says downloadable instructional download. It's instructional videos. I don't remember the exact words. But yeah, there's about 5 of those, I believe. 4 or 5. They are $14.95 a piece, I believe, as are the ebooks. I believe I have 14 ebooks as well. There's quite a bit. Holy crap, a whole bunch of people started commenting. Oh no, just 2. Sorry. Okay, Alyssa. Okay, Josh. Okay, that's under Alyssa Grover. So do you mind if I just call you Josh, or are you Alyssa? Because I'm so used to saying Josh. Yeah, YouTube seems to, a lot of people think, a lot of people say YouTube has better video quality, and plus the chat's more active. All right. So Josh and, okay, it's Josh. So Josh and Dennis moved on over to YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook and want a little better video quality or just more active chat, then go on over to YouTube. You could probably find me under Charles Deering, or the name is Charles Deering Scroll, but Charles Deering should find it because I've been around a little bit. All right. Yeah, Josh, you'll have better luck. If you're wanting to drink a lot, you'll have better luck drinking when I can't find the pilot hole, because that happens much more often, especially lately. Yep, Josh says better chat over on YouTube. Agreed. And Lawrence says thanks, and you're welcome, sir. I need to adjust the camera just a tad. So believe it or not, a dull drill bit works better for my pilot holes because I'm using my finger to feel the slightly rough blowout on the back of the wood to find that pilot hole. So when I use a sharper bit, you get less blowout, so it's harder to, that's why I have so much trouble finding the pilot hole. Plus, it's not a very big pilot hole, but it could be smaller, so I just need to get over it. Because Josh won't remind me to go get a 1/16" drill bit and double-sided tape. But I need the drill bit more than the tape right now. Yeah, the chat always seems to be more active on the YouTube live feed versus Facebook. And I'm often told that the video quality is better. Video quality is better on YouTube. I believe Facebook messes with the feed rate or size of the compression, some kind of crap. I'm trying to tell intelligent here. But I believe that's why it looks better and there's more fun on YouTube. Josh says, saying I should switch to top feed, which is I've always bottom fed with this particular saw. It's easier for me. On the Seiko, I do top feed, believe it or not. Dennis Goodson says that's what I do. Leonard Davis says, okay, Charles, we will see you tomorrow. Good night. Appreciate you being here, Leonard. Yeah, for some reason, when I went to the Seiko, I always top feed on there. But on the Hegner, I always bottom feed. Because I like to torture myself. I'm going to alter this one too because I want it to line up with the rectangle above it. So I'm going to make the line thinner. Almost too thin. To better line up with the one above it. Man, I'm getting dangerously close here. Oh well. Alright, don't touch that one anymore. It's going to break. But it's more lined up than it was. You're welcome. Lawrence says, do you ever design scrolls on small tables or furniture? No, sir, I don't, because I can't build furniture to save my life, but it would be cool. Alessa Grover, or Josh says, I top fed on my DeWalt, but now with Excalibur, I'm bottom. Cool. Dennis Goodson says he top feeds with his Seiko. Mr. Paul Corliss of Paul's Messy Workshop says, I find it almost impossible to top feed on my Hegner. That's the same with me, Paul. That's why I bottom feed. It's especially as long as I've been doing it, to try to change it up would just mess with me. For me, the hardest thing to adjust between saws is where the power switch is, because a lot of them have it on the upper arm, but on a Hegner, it's down below, under the table. So if you ever see me using a saw other than the Hegner, you will always see me trying to reach under the table to turn it on instead of up top. Lawrence says, I've only found one small table on another web page. All right, and the people are saying hi. Josh says, get a foot pedal. I have one. It's just one of those habit things that I'm so used to doing it by hand that I'm okay with not using the foot pedal, but I do need to get into that habit. And once again, nature is calling, so I'm going to turn this around so y'all can stare at it while I answer nature. I'll be right back. Y'all behave. That'll happen. Did you miss me? Don't answer that. You might hurt my feelings. Wow, nobody misbehaved while I was gone. At least not in text form. Nice. Coming up on 2.5 hours, but 21 minutes of that was trying to arrange that little non-sanctioned contest. All right. Gonna get back going on it. Mr. Steve Combs, I've only broken one blade, Steve, so I changed the drinking game to when I have trouble finding the pilot hole, because that happens more often. Appreciate you being back here, sir. So the drinking game has been, I guess you could do it for both, but more so when I have trouble finding the pilot hole, because y'all were upset with me last night. I'm kidding. Yeah, Dennis says nature always calls me when I'm scrolling, and there's certain types of nature I can't just jump outside in the dark backyard to deal with, but luckily that hasn't happened yet. Letting you know, Steve, in case you wanted to catch up on a drink. But yeah. Okay. Ooh, gotta stretch my back, y'all. Bear with me. Now, I know anybody that has scrolled at all or watched enough live feeds, we know I'm not going to finish this piece in this particular live feed unless I have maybe a 20-hour marathon. But at some point, I do need to eat and sleep. And not every nature call can just be done quickly and easily. But we're good for now. So now I'm pretty sure Josh and Steve and maybe Randy are hoping that I have a lot of trouble finding pilot holes tonight. Even if I'm not vocal about it, you'll know, because you'll see me jiggling the piece around a little bit. I really need to work on my choice of words. Yeah. I was going to adjust this cut for the one above it, but I went too thin, so I'm just going to stay on the line. But I might make the cut itself a little wider on the left. Actually, I don't really need to adjust the width of it, because the way the pattern I drew the pattern is narrower at the top because of the contour. So we're going to stick with it. So besides a stroke or a heart attack, the only thing that could end this feed would be me getting overly hungry, but I can suffer through it for now. Yeah, Josh is saying we'll still hear it. Chris Nealon is saying, yum, cold sausage pizza before bed. What could go wrong? Well, thanks a lot, Chris. I wasn't hungry enough. Dag nabbit. I'd give anything for a pizza right now. And yes, I'm whining. I want a pizza. Find that pilot hole. We got it. We got it. Ah, sorry, you don't get to drink. Oh, what I would do for a pizza right now. Don't get me started. You already did, but yeah. And on weekends, you never know what hours I will choose to do these live feeds. So as long as you have your notifications set up, you should be aware. You might be in slumberland, but I've only done one real early morning live stream that I'm aware of, or that I recall. But that does allow more UK viewers or overseas viewers to watch, because when it's early morning here, it's usually mid-morning there. Just 6-hour time difference. A little bit of a wave. Alright, where we at? Oh, pizza, pizza, pizza. Huh. Herb Hooper says we need to get you some snacks for your shop. And Josh is rubbing it in, saying we had homemade pizza tonight. Chris Nealon says Domino's delivers, they call in pizza. We have a Pizza Hut here, but I'm broke. I always get stuffed crust hamburger with extra cheese. I love the stuffed crust. But yeah, no money. So I'll just sit here and nibble on the scraps that fall off of here. But y'all enjoy your stinking pizza. See how you are. Lord, I love me some pizza almost as much as Dr. Pepper. Right this second, a pizza might win out over Dr. Pepper, and I can't believe that came out of my mouth either. Oh, pizza. But if I brought snacks out to the shop, I'd never get anything done. So, I mean, I love all y'all, but I would end a live feed for a pizza right now. Just saying. I gotta prioritize every now and then. But in the most loving way I can say it, I hate every one of you that are having pizza right now. Just saying. Dennis Goodson asks if they have a Domino's in Gatesville. No, but they do have a Pizza Hut. And that's where I get my stuffed crust hamburger with extra cheese from, when money allows it. Where are we at? Josh says, we'd share if you came up here. I'd go up there, Josh, but you're plumb mean, so I don't know if I could handle it. I'm kidding. Randy Busheen says, keep some beef jerky nearby, meat lover, and supreme pizza tonight. Aw, every one of y'all's. Chris Nealon says, Alka-Seltzer next. And Lawrence says, just fast forward. That's funny right there. All right, well, I hope nobody chokes on their stupid pizza. Just kidding. But just know that I severely hate you right now. Okay, I forgot to draw a line in here, and I'm not left-handed, so I'm going to turn it around to get the shape correct. Although it was a very short line, I still wanted to get it accurately. Oh. 3 more years, we'll be done with this puppy, by golly. Steve Combs says, on the upside, if you did have pizza, you'd probably get pizza grease all over Spider-Man. This is true, but that's why I was saying I might end the live stream if a pizza knocks on my door or something. Yeah, pizza grease is a great finish, says Chris Neal, and that's funny. Y'all are so mean. Oh crap. I just found a pilot hole I missed, so it's 494 cuts, but that doesn't change the results from earlier. So I'm going to make a circle there so I don't forget where that was. Nope, I found 2 pilot holes. No, there's one there. Okay, I just missed 1 pilot hole. Putting a big old circle there so I will know where to come back to. So now everybody knows what the circle is for. No, maybe you can't see it. There's the circle. Probably missed more. Thanks for the confidence, Josh. I'm kidding. Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, I usually miss more. But I'm surprised I've only found 1 so far. But I really did think I got them all. But I didn't, apparently. All right, let's get back on it. Really and sincerely, truly hope none of y'all choke on your stinking pizza. I'm fired. Dang, how do you know I was getting paid? Yeah, after I make this cut, I'll drill that pilot hole so I don't forget to do it later. I'm pretty confident I didn't miss many because, yeah, never mind. I'll just go. Oh, excuse me. So the magic number right now for cuts is 494. Josh says, how are you going to forget the pilot hole? You marked it. I didn't mean I was going to forget it. I meant I wanted to get drilling the pilot hole out of the way. So I chose the wrong words. Forgive me. So I'm going to go ahead and drill that pilot hole right quick. No need to do that on camera because it's just 1 pilot hole that I'm aware of. And just because I marked it doesn't mean I'm not an idiot enough to forget it, because that's how I roll. So don't give me too much credit now. I didn't miss no stinking pilot hole. I don't know what you're talking about. I see it. Just saying. All right. I'm not having trouble finding the pilot hole. I'm determining where I want to go through. Now I'm having a tiny bit of trouble, but not terrible because I can feel the edge of the pilot hole. I'm just trying to clear the debris out of there. Okay, now I'm officially having trouble. So take a stupid drink along with your stupid pizza. I don't know why it's not going through there because it's stuck in the edge of the... Okay, we're going to have to clear that one out. Dag blabbit. Yeah, I didn't drill all. What did I do? Come on now. That's plumb and bursting. I'll tell you what. Where are we at over here? It is weird though that I can find the edge of the pilot hole, but the blade just won't slip in. Okay, time for the light, because Charlie's an idiot. I was nowhere near it. Let's see, when I wrote the number on the back there, it went over where I would have Sharpied, so that's part of the issue I'm having. I didn't Sharpie the pilot hole. Lordy. Yeah, I need to Sharpie it. And I hope that light's blinding y'all. So, Oh, there's a lot of them I didn't Sharpie, actually, but just gonna Sharpie a few. And there's one right in the middle of the Sharpie line, so that'll be fun. All right. Let's see if we can translate that to when I turn the piece over and see if I can still find it. Hell, I had more than one sitting there. See, it's even part way in the pilot hole right now and it won't go through. That's weird. There we go. Better late than never. That gave y'all time to take a big old drink. Good lordy. I'm not going to bend the tip of my blade. Come on. Trying to catch up on comments and it won't let me scroll. I hate using a laptop. Well, at least a laptop without a mouse. Lawrence says, I apologize if you're wrong-handed. I'm trying to hit the arrow to move the comments down and it's trying to pop up a window. Alright, so I'm caught up on comments. But behind on scrolling because of a stupid pilot hole. Has anybody choked on their pizza yet? I guess they wouldn't be telling me if they're choking. That sure would be horrible if you choked on your yummy pizza while I sit here and starve for your entertainment. And since you got to take a drink, it's my turn. Randy Bosheen says, what did Russ win for the closest guess? Choice of one free pattern from the free section of Wooden Visions. Actually, for what it's worth, it wasn't Russ that won. It was Tavis Monroe. But I have no clue what anybody won. I probably should have come up with a prize, but it won't be like, holy crap. Well, I guess that's up to whoever wins whatever. If I had the means, I'd be doing contests all the time, but yeah. If I had a contest for a free pizza, I would have guessed. And I probably would have won because I knew how many there was. Just saying. Chris Nealon says, be nice. Josh says, finished pizza, now on to some duck sausage and venison jerky. Kiss my rare. Y'all hate me. Randy Busheen said, connect the dots. Oh, heck. Y'all are killing me over here. Now, what I may do, if y'all can bear with me, I may finish this head here and seriously find something to eat, and I'll probably come right back for a live feed. I know, all jokes aside, y'all probably understand that, but it is y'all's fault since y'all brought up food. But yeah, I got this whole area here, so it's not gonna be like any second now, but yeah, relatively soon. But I will start one almost right back up, probably within the hour. If it any longer than that, it's because I got tired. So I apologize for that, because I get tired easily due to my meds. But anyway, so that's to give you a heads up. Chris Nealon says the contest with no prize is still a good contest. Well, by golly, appreciate it. All right, so let's get back on it so that I don't die of starvation. But yeah, odds are I might get tired because that happens very easily with me. But if you want to be woken up at 3 in the morning for a live feed, I just might do it. It all depends on how much I sleep or don't sleep. Paul Corliss says, out of here, not all. Appreciate you being here, Paul. And Jamie lied to us. He said he'd be back in an hour. He's not. So everybody cyber spank him if and when he comes back. But then again, if I start a new live feed, I would have to give him another link to punish him. If I wasn't hungry, I'd continue the live feed right on through however long. But I'm sorry, I didn't eat. I scheduled this live feed shortly after waking up. Apparently, living life and eating food like normal people didn't cross my mind. Josh, well, see, everybody's eating pizza and leaving. Randy says, needed another beer to watch the pizza down. Josh says, I'm out of here. Appreciate you being here, Josh. But yeah, when I stop to eat, depending on how tired I am, will dictate when I start up another live feed. Because I don't want to say I'll start up right after I'm done eating, because I might get tired, and I don't want to lie to my viewers. All 2 of them. Just kidding. Just kidding. And plus, once the people in the house see that I'm eating, they will probably start up all the stuff that drains my internet speeds and stuff, and that makes the video quality even worse. And that's actually serious because luckily I convinced them not to do anything that's taxing the internet speed. But if they see me not doing a live feed, they're going to jump on it. And they stay up a lot later than I do. Take a drink. Charlie can't find the pilot hole. Yeah, blab it. Break out the light. Doesn't help that I don't have good eyesight either, because I see the Sharpie thing, but my depth perception is not real good. There we go. We found it. Whew. I'm so glad I changed the drinking game. You're welcome. Because I care about my viewers. I don't eat pizza while they're starving. Just saying. Oh, there's Jamie in the background. Hooray. Hello, mate.
Hello.
How long were you sitting there?
About an hour.
Lying sack of poopy. Well, now I gotta scroll longer because I told people after I was done with the face I was gonna stop and go eat, and then.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm not gonna be here long anyway. I'll just quickly come in and say hello.
All right, yeah. The new drinking game is if I have trouble finding the pilot hole, that's when they drink, because I've only broken one blade since I started this. But they're all talking about eating pizza and crap, and that got me to starving. So I say, okay, just for that, when I'm done with this head here, I'm going to find something to eat. And if I'm still conscious, I'll start another live feed. If not, I'll sleep and wake up and have one at 3 in the morning.
So how many times have you struggled finding the hole then?
You ain't the first one that came up with that. Just throwing it out there. I had to somewhat censor myself, but I sort of gave everybody the gist of what was being said. Because I'm paranoid. There. Jamie! Alright, so let me take the pretty guy off the camera and put on this Spiderman. Appreciate you being here. But your perception of time is a little off. You said an hour, but it's been 2 hours, I think. I'm going to let it go this time, but next time you get a cyber spanking.
That's all right. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll even let you choose the spanker.
Right, it's got to be you, Charles.
Oh, I was hoping you'd pick Carl or Robin, but okay. I walked into that one. Mr. Randy, since Jamie's not keeping up, just kidding. The feed from 2:30 to about 4:30 a.m. a few mornings back. Feed ended. I went to the shop, worked until 5 p.m. Good googly moogly. Lawrence Aldridge says, I'm going to look at Baby Yoda vid. Enjoyed. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. All right. Now, whew, I'm so hungry. I'm hungry.
Hungry.
Yeah. If they hadn't brought up pizza, I might have survived a little longer, but no. There was 3 or 4 of them out there having pizza. Can you believe that abuse? I know.
Yeah, that well right now. I'm actually looking at a bowl of chocolate.
Oh, stop.
There's Mars bars, Snickers, Milky Ways, chocolate coins.
And that was the day. That was the day Charlie finally started hating Jamie, because Jamie hates Charlie because of the detailed patterns.
Oh, don't worry about it. I can't eat any of it. I'm diabetic. Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
You just wanted to rub it in.
So both of us are suffering.
Yeah. We suffer for the people. Well, tell whoever put that bowl there that they're mean.
It was actually me that put it there.
Well, that's mean.
I'll put it there so my niece would get to it.
Oh, right. Do you have any brothers or sisters? I never hear you talk about them.
My sister, I've got a sister, yeah.
Cool. Well, you've
Hence
met.
how I've got a niece.
Well, yeah. I didn't stop and think that one through, did I? I just
Chris
told me
Nealon
off the
says
street.
now. Chris Nealon said he's eyeing his wife's onion pizza.
I'm so hungry. Yeah, I didn't think that one through. It just made me think, let me ask about siblings. I have a twin brother and 2 older sisters. You've met the twin brother, or met him online anyway.
Yeah.
He's a hoot! Oh, Lord. Stretching my back a little bit. Sorry, folks.
You should stand up. It's easier.
You crazy. You out your dang mind, son. But so
I
is
can't believe you ain't finished that head yet.
I know. Because I got to thinking about pizza. It's because I got to thinking about pizza. And just threw everything off kilter. Yeah. Well, for me, for the
Well,
first.
if you think about it, the head's in kind of like a bit of a pizza. It's like cut into segments.
Yeah, appreciate you. The I forgot what I was going to say now. The first 20 to 30 minutes of the thing was the contest, or the low grade contest. So hour and a half isn't terrible. Maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel better, but okay. If I'm being honest with myself, I don't even know if I can finish the head before I go eat.
Chris Nealon said he just found a hair in a piece of fudge.
Well, forgive me if I don't cry for you since you're eating. Plus, fiber is good for you. See what I did there? Oh yeah, I went there.
Oh, it was a curly hair.
What?
It was a
Curly?
curly hair.
Yeah, I guess it depends on where you're getting your quote unquote buds from. So much for family friendly. Alrighty then. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this head before I go eat. Just saying. So I'm gonna make this next cut my last cut, but don't you worry, folks. Whenever I'm conscious again, I will start up another live feed. So please make sure and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications if you're on YouTube. On Facebook, just watch my profile because I don't know how people get notified on Facebook. But I will be back. I just don't know right when. And just because you've asked me to, Jamie, if I remember, I'll send you the link. But it doesn't mean you have to pop in if you are in bed.
Yeah. All right.
All right, this will be my last cut for this live feed. But I will do another as soon as I'm conscious, because I generally lay down shortly after eating. And I did miss one pilot hole, Jamie, so they counted up to 494.
Ah.
It didn't change the results because it was only one so far. And it wasn't a teeny tiny area. I just was jumping around too much, I guess. Because every time I got to 100, I would make a mark somewhere so I wouldn't lose track, and I probably forgot where I'd left off. Because if I'm drilling in the same area, I don't miss pilot holes, but where the circle is which that ain't showing. Just so you know that you didn't miss anything. That's where the pilot hole was that I missed. So, let me turn this around so folks can see this gosh golly nifty piece. And I will be back. I just don't know right what time. So make sure you have your notification settings set up to not miss this stunning piece. I appreciate everybody being here, and I will be back. Just watch for your notifications, and by golly, besides pull my finger,